Hello everybody, welcome to Randall's Let's Play series on HOI4 Kaiserreich. Today we are going to be playing as good old Norway. So more specifically, we're going to be playing as the Syndicalist Norway. Because every single time Norway goes Syndicalist, Sweden and Finland always go towards the Reichspakt. And Norway always ends up getting its ass completely handed to it. So I figured, why not try to change the course that the AI is so often on. And try to make things work on an international playthrough here. So we get everybody onto this guy. Sign you underneath the field marshal here. So we have some technology we need. We have 3 open slots. Of course, we're going to go for our basics right away. So get all this stuff going. Right now, we have divided Air Force. So air adoption is research speed minus 30%. Kind of fine. I'm really not too worried about that. And a sluggish economy, which is 20% consumer goods, negative 20% construction speed, negative 20% production efficiency cap, 25% dockyard output, and factory output. All that's pretty bad, and that's not even considering that Black Monday is going to be happening in just a handful of months. So Norway is going to be going off to a fantastic start. But first things first. I believe the way we go Syndicalist, I did check, should just be us electing the Syndicalist in the 1936 election at the end of the year. So, I mean, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And most of our early game stuff is pretty... Goes straight into early mobilization. That's not bad. How do I... You actually get a lot of land forts here. Research slots quite nice. Nothing that I see that actually removes our one major penalty. Well, you know, let's get defensive rearmament up and running as fast as possible. We have 8 factories at 215. Not great. We're going to be getting most of our factories through, one civilian factory there. We're going to get most of our factories probably through focus trees. So I'm not too worried about our industrial output at this exact moment. Future moments, of course. By the way, can I do anything? What's my Air Force at? We have 25 ships and 54 planes. Okay, could be worse. The state of Norway. Norway is standing at a crossroads in history. While the nation is relatively prosperous, civil society is plagued with political infighting and stagnation. The left is divided as a result of schism within and once the dominant Labour Party. In 1921, the moderate faction broke away and formed the Social Democratic Labour Party, while the radical syndicalist wing broke away to form the Norwegian Syndicalist Federation in 1923. In addition, the Norwegian Communist Party is struggling, and there are rumors about forming a new vanguard party on the far left, based upon the principles of national syndicalism. On the opposite end of the political spectrum, several nationalist organizations are jockeying for power and influence. While they are somewhat united in their opposition to socialism, their means and goals differ. While the political infighting has not resulted in fighting, the ruling Liberal Party is mostly powerless to handle pressing issues of its minority government. As dark clouds gather once more over Europe, people are anxiously waiting the election of October 1938. Something in Norwegian that I can't read, but I'm sure somebody who might be watching this video can. I don't know how many people watch my videos who are Norwegian. Okay, Kerensky's been shot. How barbaric. And Kirillov has stormed Moscow. So I think Russia might already be going... Oh, two different events for Kerensky being shot. Fantastic. He's got shot twice. It's a record for him. But I feel like Norway might already be going towards Sanikov. Oh, sorry, manpower has 4.4 thousand manpower, which is absolutely horrible. What do we... No template for the artillery. That's fine, because we do need it. What are our divisions right now? We have absolute garbage, and tanks that we actually don't have any units of. So you're horrible. This is really bad. 12 combat with. How many do we have? We have 6 of you, 3 of you. I think the first thing we want to do is at least change this to be full infantry divisions. I'm sure that's going to remove all of our manpower and all the infantry equipment that we have. But I mean, what else could you possibly do? The end of the NKDP. Today, the NKP, the Norwegian Communist Party, disbanded itself, having failed to capitalize on the current economic crisis. The party decided to disband itself and have its members join a newly created Norwegian National Syndicalist Party, based upon the teachings and the principles of Benito Mussolini and Oswald Mosley, popularly known as totalism. The party hopes to aspire to greater things than communism ever proved capable of. So we have a brand new party. King Edward VIII of the Crown King of Great Britain. Not a huge surprise there. As you may know, we are just playing back in regular Kaiserreich. We're not doing more series in Kaiser Redux. Will Kaiser Redux be making a return? Probably at some point. I'm not too sure when. But I think for right now, just vanilla Kaiserreich is a-okay for now. So, I mean, How many guns do we need? We need 823 rifles. I mean, we already at full cap though right now. We just need more military factories, which is really what we were wanting from this. Black Monday has now struck. Land forts probably would be useful, of course. But I think just going straight for 3 military factories has to be the better option. Just rushing for these. And then maybe rushing towards the civilian factories as well. So that's 3 civilian, 3 military. Like, wouldn't be bad for us. The trade mission to Japan. The lack of international trade has crippled the Norwegian economy since 1925. While the underlying issue is lack of work for a large merchant navy. A bright individual in the foreign department has recently proposed reaching out to the Empire of Japan as it could prove a market for our dried fish and whaling trade. Let's send our trade delegation. Hopefully Japan will accept my dried fish. What do we got down here? So abolish the monarchy, 5% stability. We're at 55% stability. We're at 11% war support, so it's not fantastic. But hopefully 20,000 manpower, 3 divisions for free. I think it's quite good. Resource gain. Do we have any more military factories in here? I do see we have an extra research slot. And we can join the support Swedish labor unions. I don't actually know where military aid. Fantastic! 20 political power. We have modified sluggish economy. Things are improving for little old Norway, which I think is fantastic for us. So I don't really see any more factories in here, unfortunately. We're not at war with Sweden. I'm sure this might actually give us some divisions. The war between Norway and Sweden is long and unprotected. I mean, most of the border we're going to ignore. Like, if you're not... Like, I mean, do we have any factories here? I mean, there's nothing in these northern regions. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever, I think, to even put anything up there. Like, if there's no factories, why defend it for no good reason? Like, it's all mountains for sure. So it would be defensible if, again, if we could defend it. But I don't know if we could. And I guess there's still also the possibility that Sweden and Finland just become syndicalists as well. It happens significantly less often than I think Norway does. Which is why, like, how many troops do you have? 521, you have 621. You already completely outnumber me. Which, of course, is not ideal. We'll also be drawing up some offensive plans. Also, turn off the fog of war because it looks horrible. Thank you. Your offensive plans will basically just be try to rush your way towards Stockholm as fast as humanly possible. If we can take Sweden, take Finland, we'll have a pretty solid control of the Scandinavia. And at that point, we could prepare some invasions into... Like, I already have to demobilize the economy because we don't have war support. Is there anything I could do to gain war support? I mean, world tension's building up slightly. Also, how many of these can I get done before October? Probably like 3 more, so we'll get that going now. We have 150 political power. Is there anything I can't get war propaganda because there's not enough world tension. But I'm not demobilizing the economy, so we're not going to worry about that. What about like a weapon manufacturer? Because I do believe if we go to our technology... No, you already researched. Okay. What do I want to spend my 150 political power on then? What about like just industry like right now? Yeah, get the construction speed like right now. Protests against farm foreclosures. The current economic crisis has caused a lot of farmers to default on their loans and mortgages. As a result, their livestock and property is normally auctioned away to the highest bidder by local authorities. Practice is deeply unpopular among Norwegian farmers, and its proponents claim that the debts must be repaid and the auctions are a necessary evil in a free market economy. Yesterday, the Farmers' Party proposed a bill that would ban the auctions. What is the government's position on the issue? We either lose 5% stability or we lose 2%, but we gain a little bonus for only 60 days. You know what? Let's ban the auctions right now. The 60-day boost isn't that great, all things considered. Like 2 months for a little, like it'll probably make. I'm making 3 rifles a day. So it would make maybe like an extra 50 rifles, which isn't bad. But it's not that impressive either. We still want world tension to go up higher. And I don't know what we can necessarily do to make world tension rise. Because right now it's actually decreasing. Because you're not actually up high enough. Quisling's speech. Vidkun Quisling, former Minister of Defense and leader of the Paternal Autocratic Party, Nashling Shamling, that's definitely not how you say that, recently held a public rally. In his speech, Quisling denounced the government for both the tailing of the economy and the lack of measure taken against the Norwegian syndicalists. He encouraged his supporters to join Sam Fredsvint, the conservative paramilitary organization, claiming that they and the party was Norway's last line of defense against syndicalism. Didn't really seem like that had any effects, but that's okay. Let's go for research speed, of course. I'm thinking, like, how do we kill Sweden? And I think the best way to kill the Swedish, it might be, like, using our cavalry divisions, like, right here. Like, you come here. Move you guys up a little bit. Are any of you guys green? No, you're all pretty basic, though, unfortunately. Also, can you just use this to be the default symbol, please? Thank you. So, if we can maybe just get our cavalry divisions to attack as quickly as possible, capture the victory points, and then hopefully declare victory that way, that would work. Okay, the paramilitary group and the state. Since they were founded in 1923, the paramilitary organization has been a bulwark against syndicalism. Although controlled and supported by the conservative national circles, it was granted status of reserve police by the Police Act 1928. However, Quisling's recent speech has filled its rank and its supporters and radicalized the organization. Other voices have raised concerns regarding development and wants to curtail the organization. We'll revoke their status and suppress the organization. Seems like that should help us out. I mean, yes, I know manpower is low, but it's not really much I can do about that. Because Norway has like 3 million population. And we're already on limited conscription. So, like, there's not too much I can really do here. We lose 5% stability when you fail. The failure of suppression. Okay, well, that's less than ideal. Our attempts to suppress them have failed. The right-wing parties would not accept any compromise regarding the organization, while the left-wing parties demanded an outright ban. As a result, we couldn't build the parliamentary majority on the issue. Well, I guess that's that resolved then. Like, I know we're still... I guess we don't need to be making the artillery pieces right now. So I hate losing out on the cap that we have. We'll do that. We're going to have to do it for both of these, unfortunately. Get that done. Artillery, support equipment. I don't even... No, just make one of you. I don't want to be making more of this stuff. We'll get you going. And then, of course, we're going to go with the submarines, because the submarines are extremely cheap to make. Actually, can I upgrade the submarines at all? You have level 1. What are like just better engines and stuff? There we go. We'll start building those guys up as well. The formation of the Red Guards. Our intelligence services reporting that the syndicalist parties and trade unions have covertly organized paramilitary Red Guards. While this is the most likely response to the radicalization of the Sam Fredsvint, is an unsettling development. What can we do? The answer is basically nothing. At the moment. I was trying to see. Like, they don't have enough troops on our border. They have 3 to 23. I don't have a lot of intelligence on them, though, unfortunately. And I can't create an agency because I don't have enough factories to do so. Okay, Mosley's been elected to the TUC. Let's go for concentrated industry, I guess. Seems okay. It really depends. Like, if Sweden has a lot of troops, that's an issue. But if Sweden doesn't have that many men, like right now, we know they have at least 5 divisions. At least 5. Now we know they have at least 6. Okay, that's a little bit more information. But if we're on about par with them, that would be good. We kind of hope that Finland goes national populist, just so they will basically almost be guaranteed not to join the Reichspakt. And of course, we want to be supporting the Russians almost no matter what, because they will invade Norway in the event of a Reichspakt-Russia war, which is almost, I think, guaranteed at this point. Luckily, with the recent Russia updates, they have made them significantly more likely to invade, which is helpful for us. We're not demobilized. You cannot convince me to demobilize this economy. We'll start building you up. Let's just put you up to 4. That will be, when these 2 are done, we'll get those factories into rifles. Get the rifles that we need. Like, if I was, like, 9,000 manpower. 1,500 each, and since we have 6 of you, we wouldn't have enough manpower to even use you. Because we have no manpower because we're Norway. Like, the situation is less than ideal for sure. Let's go for the 1918 support equipment. I don't know why no country ever has that technology unlocked. It's extremely rare. What else is happening in the world? You guys are sending a mission to India. You're expanding some universities. We're really just, Russia's not doing anything. Can I not do anything until, I guess, until they've, stabilized the economy? Or stabilized the political system there? It is June. Okay, there's been an imperial coup. The Qing government is doing their own little thing. The Shaanxi. There's also a lot of demilitarized zones. I'm not sure what that's about. But I'm not also that concerned either. So we got the war that's going to be happening in South America. And we want Chile to be able to win that war. We want Jack Reed to hopefully be elected president just so he has the strongest chance of getting some power. And I don't think there's any way that I can know who will win the election. Or like what way Sweden's kind of leaning. Like they're having an election in September, like 2 months before, no, not 2 months, 1 month before us. So Sweden can go syndicalist. It's not impossible because they do it sometimes. It does kind of break the flow of the campaign if they eventually go syndicalist, but you know, it is what it is. 19 days for 5% stability. It's fine. Like it sucks, but it's also fine. Like I'm sure world tension will hopefully increase. I don't think there's anything I can do necessarily to boost it right now. Because we're not at war. If we were at war, we could do some war propaganda, but unfortunately that is not available to us at the moment. And I was trying to think, like, what would be the next... What's the next event that generates tension? Apparently it's not Poland having a coup. I think the Belgrade Pact forms some world tension. If there's a civil war in Russia, I believe that generates world tension. Maybe Japan announcing their ambitions, I believe, also raises world tension. I'm sure there's just like a list somewhere. And I guess if there's any crises here, when you demand HOI4, that should also generate some world tension. We only need a little bit because we're at 12.4% would be my guess. And I don't know if there's anything I can even do to boost world tension at the moment, or boost my own war support. Do you boost war? You boost stability, diplomatic relations, manpower, but nothing that actually boosts. I mean, research speed, that's fine, but not really what we're actually looking for here. Can revise the army, but again, that's not actually that useful either. So it is July. So we can basically do one more focus before the election. And I think... I mean, we either go for a research slot. The land forts aren't important right now, because I don't see us going to war with Sweden before the Weltkrieg. You know what, let's fund the NTH. No, the research slot helps you out the sooner you can get it. Let's get the research slot going. We are missing steel, though. And I don't know if there's anything we can really do about that. We're ranking 15. We'll import 1 steel, because we do need the rifles and stuff. Okay, there's been a coup. Netherlands to join the Reichspact. World tension is actually dropping, which is unfortunate. I mean, I just don't want I just don't want to demobilize the economy. I know we're losing stability here, but I don't think there's anything. I know when you guys go to war, that would trigger an event, but that's like all those things are so long from now. You know, fine. We'll demobilize the economy. It sucks, but I mean, we can always just spend our political points on it afterwards, anyways. Okay, so we got the Vietnam War going on. I guess the Indo-Chinese War. Does that boost wars? Okay, does not build world tension. So we didn't really lose out there too much. I mean, it sucks. I mean, what can you do? By the time I think anything boosted world tension enough for us to hit 15%, we would have probably lost like 20% stability at that point, which would be unfortunate because that's a lot. Yes, you're probably like halfway done. More wars are happening in China, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned about what's happening over there. Are any of you guys doing anything too crazy? You have done a coalition with the nationalists, which actually maybe will lead you to not being in the Reichspakt at all. You are not going to coup, at least not right now. Actually, I don't think any of you guys are going to do a big coup d'etat anytime soon, at least. So have you had your election? The answer is still no. It's in September. I just don't know when in September. Okay, you guys are at war. We got another technology. It's still 1936. Is there something I can research now? I can get one of you guys for somewhat cheap. We don't have any artillery in the army actually quite yet. I did see that we're using support equipment for the engineers. But the engineer tech is not until 1939. So you know what? We're going to go for another industry tech. Also, I'm glad we didn't have a Black Monday event. That could have also really crippled our economy. But I do think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everyone for watching my Anthem. If you've enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click thumbs down. Want to subscribe, and goodbye.